Hi, I'm Anastasia. Welcome to this gentle flow practice. This is designed to be safe for the general pregnant population by not lying flat on the belly, not lying flat on the back, and not doing deep twists. No matter where you're at in your life or with your practice, you want to make sure this practice is safe for you. It is a gentle flow, so if your healthcare provider says doing a general yoga practice is safe for you, then this one should be too. So again, we're just not doing a few specific types of movements, or I'm not, in order to keep the general pregnant population safe. If you are okay to come onto your belly, lie flat on your back, or twist deeply, I welcome you to do so. Always do what's safe for your body. Today we're focusing on the quadriceps, the front of the thighs, and the hip flexors. So creating more flexibility and more mobility in those areas. Consequently, we're also going to improve the mobility of the knees by stretching those areas. So a lot of people have issues with their knees. If you are a person with knee issues, again, make sure you're moving safely. Your range of motion can always be reduced for a safer movement. That's just one way you can make this practice work for you. Go deeper when you need to. Find yourself a comfortable seated position. Does not have to be crossed legs, but it can be. Sit up nice and tall. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. Crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Nice open space in your chest to receive your breath. Welcome to turn your palms upward, just making them more receptive, maybe placing your thumb and forefinger together, just to help to bring the focus and the breath inward. You're welcome to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, down and back, and start to move your breath in and out your nose only. Long, slow inhales, filling up the chest cavity and abdomen completely with air. And full exhales, pushing out every drop of that breath. With your next few inhales, take a little inventory of your body, noting how all the different parts of it are feeling today. If any part of it is in need of some extra care or attention, just make a mental note of it so that you can do so throughout our practice. With your next few exhales, let go of your day, anything you've already done, whatever you have left to do, anything troubling your mind or your spirit, just drifting away. With your body and mind connected in your space, please silently set an intention for your practice. It could be something physical, like becoming more flexible, or something mental like finding peace. Set yours silently now. Maintain this nasal breath throughout our practice. And you're welcome to have your eyes closed at any time. Just be aware that this affects your balance. Let's go ahead and shake out those legs for a moment, unfolding them if they are folded. And we're going to come to kneeling. So just to work on the flexibility of the knees and kind of a passive stretch for the quads. We're going to do some of our breath work here. Now, if it's not comfortable for you, if that's really rough on the knees, you can stick a pillow between your butt and your heels to give you a little lift, or just remain in your comfortable seated position on the floor. Shoulders are down and back. Drop the chin toward the chest. Roll the right ear toward the right shoulder and continue in this circle, thinking about lengthening those vertebrae rather than crunching them down. Take your time. Once your chin reaches your chest again, reverse direction. Pause with your chin at your chest. And your next inhale, open the arms, lift the chest and base. Exhale to round like you're giving a great big hug. Follow your breath. Again, your range of motion is always up to you. It does not have to be the same as mine. It can be greater or less. I am 32 weeks pregnant, so my range of motion is getting smaller in certain directions. That's all right. After your next exhale, we're going to take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms and chin to your heart. Follow your breath. Nefertiti always loves the yoga practice. She gets a lot out of it. After your next exhale, find neutral spine. And we're going to release from sitting on the feet. Take the legs to maybe the width of your mat or a little V. Take a big inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Just kind of taking a counter posture to sitting on those feet. We can use the peace fingers to hook the toes as we draw forward and downward. Create space for your belly if needed. Inhale and exhale, release. I'm going to come to a stacked logs position. So we will bring that left leg on bottom, about parallel with the front of your mat. Right leg's going to stack on top. So your knee might be really high. If stacking on top doesn't feel good, you can go one in front of the other. And this is a little different than sitting cross-legged. The goal is stacked, and we want some space between the groin and the calves. We're going to take an inhale, reach up. We're going to open those shoulders a little bit too. Your left arm drops down, your right arm crosses over. We're going to wind up, eagle arms. So wind up as much as you're able. Fingers extend, elbows up, shoulders push down. Breathe. Hinge over. Opening those hips will release the arms to reach forward. Sitting bones stay grounded. Inhale and exhale, release. Take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to your right. Sitting bones stay connected to the mat. Heart shines up toward the ceiling. Gaze where it works for you. Next, inhale, lift up. And exhale, side bend. And inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to your right. If you're pregnant and we're avoiding twisting deeply, compressing and cutting off circulation, stay with the same knee as the hand that's assisting the twist. You can go deeper, feel free to reach across. Spiraling those vertebrae up toward the ceiling. Next, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Same or outside. Shoulders down from those earlobes always. And inhale, lift. Exhale, fold it forward again. Hips stay down, looking through your legs, walking those fingers out and away. And now let's walk them off to the right side of your mat. And walk them over to the left side of your mat. Walk them center. Inhale. And exhale, release. Let's take those legs to a V again, flexing those toes back. Maybe you go a little wider. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Grab on wherever works for you, stretching forward and downward. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's go ahead now, bring the right leg on bottom, parallel with the front of your mat, left leg on top. Stacking like logs, that left leg can go in front, and it doesn't matter how high the knee is. We all have different flexibility, and in our own body, different one side to the other. Recognize that's normal, and it's okay. Right arm in front, left arm on top, wind up as much as you're able, once, twice, 3 times. Extend fingers, elbows up, shoulders down. Eagle arms, Garudasana arms. And we hinge over with our eagle arms, releasing the hips, and now release your arms and reach forward. Again, look through the legs. Hips stay grounded. Inhale and exhale, release. She's real crazy sometimes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend to your left first this time. Again, hips stay grounded. Next inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to your left, using the same or outside knee if that's safe for you. And next inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And inhale, lift. Exhale, we fold it forward again. Hips stay grounded. Fingers walk out and away. Relaxed neck. We walk the fingers to the left side of the mat first this time. And then we take them to the right. Walk them center. Inhale and exhale, slide up. Let's shake out those legs a little bit. And let's go ahead and move on to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tops of the feet relaxed on the mat. Feel free to come onto your fists to give the wrists a little more support if needed. Inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow. Inhale, face and hips lift, belly drops. Exhale to round, drawing the navel up and in. Follow your breath. One more cycle of breath. And find neutral spine. You're neither arched nor rounded. Gaze just beyond your fingertips. Navel gently lifted. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes. Lift back and up, downward facing dog. Press that chest back toward the thighs. Feel free to pedal or wiggle. Lift up and down. Do what feels good. Now drop to your knees. Take them as wide as you want. Big toes together behind you, hips back toward your heels, forehead to your mat. You can reach your arms forward, behind your head, or around the legs. Now you're welcome to come to that kneeling position again, where we're just passively stretching the knees and quads here. This is a nice place to rest unless this is very uncomfortable for you. Your child's pose also gives us that nice stretch through the knees and the quads too, because we're bending deeply into them, trying to reach the hips back toward the heels. You can come to child's pose or sitting on your knees whenever you need to, as a break or if something's not working for you. Come back to hands and knees. Again, a few more cat-cows, moving with your breath. Every time we do a little bit of backward bending, we're opening those hip flexors a little bit as well. That whole front side of your body connected. After your next exhale, find neutral spine. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Look through your legs. Feel free to pedal or wiggle. And walk your feet up to your hands. They're somewhat separated as you melt in a forward fold. Top of the head draws down. Shake it yes and no. Make sure it's dangling heavy, like a bowling ball from a string. Grasp your elbows if you'd like and rock or sway. Let go the elbows, soften your knees, support on the thighs if needed as you roll up. One vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Nice open space in your chest to receive your breath. Tadasana, mountain pose, is also a wonderful resting posture for whenever you might need it. Might be more convenient to rest here. Coming through a few sun salutations. We're going to heel toe those feet together so that we can zip up the thighs, squeeze the glutes and abs to support that low back as we take a gentle back bend. Hands come to the top of your butt, fingers look down, inhale, and exhale, pushing those hips forward, pushing the belly forward, maybe dropping the head back in our supported back bend. Continue to breathe, of course. Stand tall slowly. Reach your arms, inhale. And exhale, fold. Go ahead and heel toe those feet apart as you come down. Relax your neck. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back, touching shins, thighs, or floor. Exhale, hands come down, walk, step, or jump to your plank. We can move from the knees or the toes. If you need more support for your spine, come to your knees. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Elbows move straight back as you float down. And you can find Sphinx if you are okay to lie on your belly. If not, you're going to find Cobra, where I am now, with elbows soft and shoulders down, thighs connected to your mat, or upward facing dog. Release back. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And again, if you're okay to come all the way to your belly, you're welcome to come all the way down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release, unfold. Go ahead and bring those feet right together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. If you would like, we can do an unsupported back bend, so you can support with hands on the tops of the glutes, or bring those arms overhead, palms together, biceps stay connected to your ears. Inhale, and exhale, taking that back bend. We try to get those arms to come with the ears if possible. Keep those glutes squeezed tight. Next inhale, stand tall. We heel toe apart as we fold. Relax your head and neck, maybe even tucking that chin. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Knees or toes. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, float down. Coming to Sphinx Cobra or upward facing dog. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Bring those feet together. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Once more, hands to the tops of the glutes or reaching overhead. Inhale and exhale into our back bend. Stand tall slowly. Reach your arms. Heel toe apart, and we dive it forward. Relax your head and neck. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, float down, knees or toes, elbows close, work those arms, and find your back bend. And let's relax into child's pose. We're sitting up on the knees. Because of my belly getting in the way, sitting up on my knees is a little more comfortable. You do what works for you. Come back to your breath. Ensuring it's moving in and out your nose only. Come back to your intention. Let's return to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Big inhale, big exhale, right foot steps forward. Take it far, maybe stepping outside the hands if belly is in the way. We're gonna wiggle those back toes as far as we can and drop the knee and toe down. If you need to cushion that back knee, please do. And we want the ankle underneath the knee. We do not want the knee going forward over the ankle. We can stay low, or we can walk it up higher. Up to you. I'm liking this low position, feels good for me. Opening that back hip flexor. Slowly coming into half frog, deep quad stretch. If your hamstring says no, don't do it. Left hand stays down. We bend that back knee and we reach that right hand for those left toes. Maybe we can't grab the toes, but we can grab a pant or use a strap or an assist here. Take it only where it feels appropriate for you. You're going to know if it's too much torque on the knee. Please listen to your body. We won't stay here too long. Let's release. Tuck the toes to lift the knee. Step that back foot in some and we come up for high lunge. Still stretching that hip flexor. Lift that back knee. All 10 toes looking forward. And you're welcome to square those hips forward. We don't have to be super low. Let's find our eagle arms. Right arm down, left arm crosses, wind it up, elbows up, shoulders down. Look through those arms. Release those arms and we push off that back leg. And we reach the inside of that foot to find dancer pose, starting with that quad stretch. Maybe we reach that right arm. Maybe we hinge forward. Take it where you need to. We're stretching that shoulder, but hip flexor and quad too. Release, step it back long, float it down, and find downward facing dog. Notice how maybe those two legs feel real different from one another right now. That's okay. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Stretching that right hamstring, big inhale, big exhale, left foot forward. We can step it outside the hands as we wiggle those back toes. Knee drops down, toe drops down. Cushion that back knee if needed. Ankle is under the knee. We can walk it up high, or if it feels better, we can come down lower. Sinking those hips into the floor. Very slowly we bend into that back knee. If this doesn't work, if your hamstring locks up on you, please just stay with that deep hip flexor stretch. Maybe we grab the toes, maybe we grab the pant instead, or use an assist. Take it where you need to. Release, tuck the toe, lift the back knee, and we step in a little bit to stand up into our high lunge. All 10 toes look forward, back knee lifted, hips squared forward. Left arm down, right arm crosses over, eagle arms, elbows up, shoulders down. We push off that back leg, bend the knee, grab the inside of the foot near the ankle. Dancer pose, Nadarajasana. We can raise that arm. Maybe this is it. Maybe we hinge forward. Opening the shoulder, hip flexor, and quad. Breathe. And we release, stepping back long, floating it down, and find downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, finding your child's pose, or sitting up on those knees. Heart rate might be elevated, might be breathing a little faster or harder. Just make sure we take this moment to slow it down and move it in and out the nose only. Remind yourself of your intention. As we take these postures a second time, hopefully you'll feel greater mobility and flexibility, specifically through the knees, quads, and hip flexors. Let's go ahead and come back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Get that nice stretch in the back of your left leg because it makes it very helpful when we move into that half frog, that deep quad stretch. Inhale and exhale, step it forward. Take those back toes back, drop the knee. We can stay here, or we can walk it up. Maybe we get even lower. We can even hug that leg if we want to. Breathe. And now we're going to slowly bend into that back knee, reaching for those toes, or maybe a pant or a sock. Maybe we draw it in. If you feel really good here, you might even come up to grab onto that foot with both hands. That is up to you. If it feels better to stay lower, you can. We release, tuck the toes, lift the back knee, step in some, and we stand up. Crescent high lunge. Right arm lowers, left arm crosses, wind up, elbows up, shoulders down. Breathe. We release the arms. We can step in slowly or push straight off that back foot. If you're having trouble with the balance, please feel free to grab a wall or piece of furniture or step off your mat. Grab inside of the foot near the ankle. We reach and maybe we hinge. The more cushion we have underneath us, the tougher it is to balance. So standing on your mat makes it harder. Adjust as you need. Release it long, float it down, and step back, downward facing dog. Wiggle it out. Breathe here. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Stretching that right hamstring and calf deeply. Inhale and exhale. Take it forward. Nice and long, wiggling those back toes to drop the knee and toes down. We can walk it up, or we can stay low, perhaps even dropping down to the forearms or wrapping the leg. Breathe. We walk it up. Slowly bending into that back knee. Maybe grabbing onto pant or foot, wherever works. Drawing it in as much as needed. Maybe, if it feels good, we come all the way up to grab on with both hands. Only taking it in where you need. It doesn't have to be real deep, but it can. Find your stretch. Again, we can be down with one hand inside and opposite hand drawing that leg in. Deepest quad stretch we can experience. Let's release. Tuck those toes, lift the knee, step in some to stand up. Crescent high lunge. Left arm down, right arm crosses, wind up. Elbows up, shoulders down. We release, push off that back foot, step off your mat if needed. We grab the inside of the foot near the ankle, reach. Maybe we stay here, maybe we float it. Breathe. Release it long, float it down, step back, downward facing dog. Press it back, wiggle it out. And when you're ready, one more child's pose or come to kneeling. Find your breath. Remind yourself of your intention. And let's go ahead and come to seated. We're going to take some side lying stretches for the hamstring, the low back, and again the quad and hip flexor. So let's come on down to a side lying position. So we can rest the head on the arm, we could draw the elbow in, you could even get a pillow if you want. You could even be a little more propped up if you would like to. From here, we're going to stretch that top leg long. We're going to bend the bottom knee for a little support. We're just going to grab on wherever we can onto that top leg. Maybe you flex the toes to enhance the hamstring stretch. Maybe we use the index and middle finger to draw that leg in a little more. Stretching inner thigh, stretching hamstring. Now stretch your bottom leg long, float that top leg down, we bend the knee, and we grab onto the outside of the foot like we're doing a standing quad stretch. Such an accessible way to stretch the quad. One more time. And now we can take that leg over, but we're not crossing the belly, we're just crossing the hip, and we can open up for a little spine twist and shoulder opener. So we're not obstructing the belly, it's just a gentle twist. And you're welcome to just roll right over to the other side. I don't want to have my booty to you the whole time, so I'm going to spin around and we come to the other side. Again, we can cradle the head, we can extend the arm, whatever works. We're going to bend that bottom knee for a little more support. Top leg is long, and we grab on where we can to stretch. You might be here, that's okay. Now to enhance that calf stretch a little more, we flex the toes, and maybe we hook that big toe with our peace fingers. Stretch that bottom leg long, we bend the knee and quad stretch. Grabbing the outside of that foot. Just like we would do if we were doing a traditional quad stretch standing up. With our dancer pose, we grab the inside of the foot. Here we're grabbing the outside. Release, and we drop that knee across the hip but not across the belly, opening the arms for a gentle spine twist. Come out. You're welcome to stay right where you are, ready for a Shavasana. If it's safe for you to lie flat on your back, you're welcome to. If you'd rather be sitting up, you certainly can. Of course, do anything else you need to do to prepare for Shavasana. I'll also bring us out of Shavasana so you don't have to worry about, accidentally napping and not being woken up. So let's just relax into whatever feels comfortable here, whatever's safe and comfortable for you. You let go of the breath. You're welcome to mouth breathe. Relax your brow, your jaw, your tongue. All of your muscles melt into your mouth. Let your mind drift away to somewhere very, very peaceful. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly waking them up. Rock your head from side to side. And if you're not already in a fetal position, roll into one. And then use your two strong arms to push you into a comfortable seated position. Does not have to be crossed legs, but it can be. Sit up tall, feeling strong because you are. Close your eyes again and reflect upon your intention. Recognize that our work is beneficial for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Let all those benefits go with you. Take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale through the mouth. Thank you so much for letting me teach you today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to like and subscribe if that flows with you. And feel free to share as well. The more the merrier. Again, although this practice is designed to be safe for the general pregnant population, it is beneficial for anyone who is safe to practice yoga in general. Thank you so much. I post weekly on various days, so join for more. Thank you.